Hi everyone, this is Alanna Elcey, and this is a place to be to learn how to manifest the business and life of your dreams. And today we are going to be talking about clarity. And clarity is one of the most important things on your manifestation journey. It's one of the first things, if not the first thing. It's definitely the first thing that you should do or that I suggest that you do in order to manifest the business and life of your dreams. And honestly, clarity is, I find it makes or breaks your manifestations because there have been a few times where I have gotten my manifestations, but they haven't been quite exactly what I wanted. And so it's so important to be specific. It's so helpful. It's one of the cornerstones of manifestation to get really clear. So I'll give you three questions that you can ask yourself to get really clear on what you want to manifest in order to be able to manifest it that much more accurately and specifically or whatever you want to choose, and just that much faster. For those of you who aren't familiar with me, I am a law of attraction life coach. I focus on just, as I said, mindset and manifestation. And I am the creator of the 2-minute manifestation strategy. And so, three questions that you have to ask yourself. But before we get into that, I want to give you guys something that I give to every single one of my clients when they first start working with me. And if you've been following me for a long time, you may or may not know this, but it's called the manifestation equation. And, it helps to get a pen and a piece of paper to start to write things down, right? So, the manifestation equation states that clarity plus alignment plus action is equal to your manifestation. And I'll say that again. Clarity plus alignment plus action is equal to your manifestation. And so, clarity, we'll go through each component. Clarity is really important, because the clearer you are on what you want, the more able it is to come in, the universe, the better able the universe is to help you get it, and the better able you are to help yourself get it and to recognize it when it comes. So it's so important to get really get really clear and really specific on what you want. I recommend a characteristics list, so at least 20 characteristics. Depending on what you want to manifest, it can be a little bit more or a little bit less. Really, the list can be as long as short as you want it to be, but it helps so much to get very specific. Okay. And so alignment, that's what most of us basically know manifestation for, right? Manifestation, law of attraction states like attracts like. It's a concept of that we are all energy and, we're all vibrating, in physics class, they taught us about atoms and how we're all made up of atoms and stuff like that. And each atom, vibrates a little bit. I think they say in situ means like in place. So it's vibrates. They all have energy. And even they're made up of particles of themselves, even though we say that those are the smallest building blocks, but atoms actually they found other building blocks within atoms, whether it be protons, neutrons, electrons. Oh gosh, this chair is a little kind of went down a little office chair there. But and so we're all energy, and so law of attraction says like attracts like, so positive thoughts tend to attract positive things, and negative thoughts tend to attract negative things. So with your alignment, you really want to believe you're going to get it. Positive thoughts tend to attract positive things, and negative thoughts tend to attract negative things. Now, positive and negative, those can be considered subjective. Um, but it's specifically as it relates to you, and they are subjective, but for the purposes, okay, of just explaining this to you, I'm just going to use the terms positive and negative, for the sake of for the sake of time and stuff like that. And I think everybody gets the idea, okay? So positive thoughts tend to attract positive things, and negative thoughts tend to attract negative things. So through your thoughts, beliefs, and your emotions, is how you align with getting what you want to help bring it in that much faster. Okay. And so, you want to think positively, you want to have positive emotions about it, and and thought and positive beliefs, believing that you will get it. Another thing that's really helpful as well, okay, the office chair again, it just keeps going down, down, down. But anyway, we're gonna ignore that. Law of assumption, assuming it real, um, is really helpful and helps bring it in that much faster as well. Instead of believing it, some people prefer to assume it, and to phrase it that way, and that helps them to understand the concept and to perform the concept, or to help them to get the law of attraction to work for them a lot quicker, right? And okay, so the third one is action. So, we live both in a physical and non-physical universe, or non-physical and physical. I never know which one to say first. We live both in a physical and non-physical universe, so we do need to take those physical actions still in order to be able to get what we want. You don't absolutely have to take physical actions, especially like how your beliefs are lining up. If you are able to get to a state where I don't need to take the physical actions and you truly believe that, but then you're able to help it get in that much faster. But it really helps to work with yourself rather than against yourself and work where you are. And a lot of us, were not trained, but we were taught to believe, that it's actions and actions, like physical actions only, that help us to get where we want, right, in our life. And so yeah, so take those physical actions, and it tends to be inspired action. So, just kind of do what you know you need to do, um, all the while believing that you'll get it, do the practical actions that you practically commonsensically know you need to do. And then, once you've done those, you could leave the rest up to God, angels, universe, whatever you choose to believe in to do that. Because this is multi-denominational and non-denominational, meaning that really the law of attraction can work regardless of your belief system, okay? And it's compatible with all belief systems. If you choose it and allow it to be, because there's some people that, just want to leave, all of everything up to their creator. But what a lot of people don't understand and acknowledge is that I think a lot, if not most religions, I don't want to say all because there are a lot of religions, but say that we are co-creators with the higher power, whatever higher power is, for that religion. So, and we do need to take responsibility for our lives as well. And so yeah, so we're getting to the three questions. Don't worry about it. All this is very important. So we're focusing mainly on clarity in this particular one, and three questions that you can ask yourself to help yourself to get more clear on what you want. Okay. So the first question is, what do you want? The first question is very simple, and that is, what do you want? Okay. And just know what you want. And again, try and get as specific as possible, listing out 20 characteristics. Could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less. Oh my goodness, can y'all still even see me? This office chair keeps going lower and lower. Um, oh, that helps. All right. So let's see, what was I saying? Yes, what do you want? Get really clear, get as specific as possible on the characteristics. And you know what? Allow yourself to want what you want. Allow yourself to want what you want. And is what I would suggest to you. Everybody knows what works, best for them, or it's up to everybody to know, or at least, find out what works best for them. But, you know, it's okay to want what you want is like all I'm saying, once it's does it hurt anybody else, that kind of thing. Just it's but we judge ourselves for wanting what we want a lot of the time, whether it be in business or finances or love or even health and fitness sometimes, let me just say fitness because everybody wants to be healthy, right? But like sometimes we could second guess ourselves, and some people could say, oh, just be grateful and that kind of thing. And no, it's okay to want what you want. You don't have to settle and just be grateful if you don't want to, Now, as Matthew Hussey says, there's especially in the love arena, there's a difference between settling for and settling on, which I think is lovely. Settling for is like more like beneath you, that kind of not beneath you, not like that, but in terms of less than what you want. But settling on is deciding, you know what? This person has like 90% of the things that I wanted, characteristics that I wanted in a person, maybe some more, and maybe some even a little bit better. I am going to settle on this person. And I think that that'll be lovely, you know? And taking a chance in that way. And then later on, you might be really surprised that as time goes along, because they match up with like 85%, 95% of all the characteristics that you want, that as time goes along, you find that new characteristics are revealed that is like, oh my gosh, now it's 97%. Now it's, but once you have that feeling and because then your belief, gets aligned. But I probably am digressing a little bit, but yes, it's important to want what you want. Feel free to pause this video at any time and, really, write down with a pen and piece of paper or on your notes app or whatever, a list of characteristics to help you get really clear on what you want. Now, the second question is, why do you want it? And knowing why do you want it helps you get really clear and it helps you to really, dig in deep as to truly why it helps you to help even justify yourself, even to help yourself get behind it. I'm not going to just be grateful. I want this for a very good reason, very good reasons, more than one. And so I'm going to really go for it. And so your why really helps to can really help to validate you or really just truly question why you want it. And, maybe it might turn out that's a helpful reason or that's kind of an unhelpful reason. Where's that coming from? Is that coming from a healthy place or a not so healthy place? And then really truly evaluate if that is truly what you truly want, So, how asking yourself why could help validate you, but it could also help you to get really clear. It could help you to tweak. It could help you to maybe even course correct and adjust a little bit. So yeah, so these are some introspective questions as well. The third thing is the third question to ask yourself, the third and final question to ask yourself is how do you want to feel when you get it? And so all of us have this idea in our head of how we think we would feel. There's um apparently, well, as they say, as Abraham Hicks says, everything you want because of the feeling that you think you'll have when you get it. And so this feeling is important because in the alignment portion, yeah, we talked about emotions, but it's just feelings in general. And, Neville Goddard, who teaches it in terms of like the law of assumption, he uses that phrasing. He's basically saying the same thing, but with different phrasing. He says feel it real. And a lot of people think that that just refers to emotions, like how happy and excited they would feel. It's important to, step into that and truly believe that. But also, um, feeling, actually feeling how you would feel. You know how they say and also act as if, but also feeling how you would feel within that, feeling how you would feel when you already have it. And that's really how you step into assume it real, assume that you have it right now, that it's either done or if you can't get, oh, it's done. If you can't get behind that, if you can't get your belief behind that, say it's as good as done and just kind of like release it and let it go and truly feel like, yeah, it's as good as done. So like, why would I ever worry about it ever again? You know what I mean? And these three things, clarity plus alignment plus actions, all these things lead to your manifestation once you do them, all correctly. We mainly talked about clarity in this video. And the three questions are to recap, what do you want? Why do you want it? And how do you want to feel when you get it? You want to step into the emotions, you want to step into the feelings right now to help you manifest it in that much faster. Okay, so yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Not sure how long it is. It probably went on a little longer than I initially intended it to. And yeah, so I think that's all that I wanted to say. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, later. I hope this was helpful for you. Um, yeah, again, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, later.